Great gardening. How are you all doing this lovely day? We are in the garden. We are getting ready to get into the dirt and see what it is going on for the collective this morning. We are going to start out by using some of my homemade rosemary lavender cleansing inside out tincture, right? Because we want that holistic healing from the inside out. Whatever we use on the inside should be available to us to use on the outside, right? And how this is used on the inside is you would take a teaspoon of this a day, right? The lavender with those calming hints to relax us, and the rosemary with that extractant that we need. And this is in a mixture of spring water and vinegar. And yes, you can also put a little bit on there, and on the motherboard we see that it is very needed, right? Smell the freshness. And then we're gonna go in with some of that homemade rose pink petal and pink Himalayan sea salt coconut balm, right? Just take a dab, that will do. And that will give us what we need as far as that moisture and that fresh aroma from those rose petals. Yes, infused that we dried, right? So we're gonna get into some things by starting off with lighting some non-chopper incense for those who wanna know, right? Because it is a lovely day to get some great vibes going on. This is the springtime, and those who are out there in the garden, you're doing some landscaping right now. You possibly are on your job, you have that landscaping company, and you guys are out there making sure that everybody has that curb appeal that they need, right? So that when the passerbys or the pedestrians walk by, they'll see that yard of the homeowner or whoever is the owner of the property care about what their curb is doing. So we're gonna go into today with the shells as well on the motherboard, giving us some things that we need to get for each zodiac, right? One by one today. But we're going to find out what the collective energy is on the motherboard with the chakra wheel. Let's get into it and see. We are on the sacral chakra, right? It's the orange chakra. And for that sacral chakra, we know it's emotions and sensitivity, right? And then we want to offer ourselves some pomegranate. It stirs the passion and acceptance of creative life force energies. It empowers the intuition, receptivity. It brings an abundance of positivity, inner and outer resources, inner and outer resources, right? For that healing that we need, right? And this is going to help us to understand how our emotional and mental states affect who we are, the way we procreate, and how to relate to an experience of sexuality, right? So we know that we're dealing with a lot of things that could bring us to those particular twin flame connections, soulmate connections. So definitely there would be for each individual to gain that clarity on how to be a better partner in their relationship, and for those who are in the relationships already, how to balance things out when dealing with your partner, right? Okay, when we're having problems with our sacral chakra that could cause infertility, hip pain, sexual dysfunction, emotional imbalances, and creative blocks, because not all things that we're birthing are actual life as far as beings, right? Humans. We can be birthing a project, okay, an idea, and that will give us some clarity. So the foods that we could eat to help with that would be nuts, oranges, carrots, and pumpkins. And I was just thinking about those times when I would be with my grandmother in the particular fall season, right, when pumpkins are available. I don't know why, it was just like a flashback of the things of what we did during those seasons, and remembering not just the idea of Halloween being in that season, but the pumpkins. The most valuable thing that we would get out of the pumpkins were the pumpkin seeds, right? I grew up eating pumpkin seeds and not the pumpkin. I didn't really like the taste versus the sweet potatoes, the yams. That was my favorite. So that idea is also well for those who need help with balancing their sacral chakra. You can eat some seeds. That's what it says. And pumpkin has seeds. And we don't recommend eating the orange seeds, but the carrots, they're available. And those nuts, if you have some that are from your region, particularly like how we have the pecans, they are very delicious, and you can use them as a meat substitute if you are into having a change from meat to veganism or whatever. You can use those. So we're gonna go with our Zodiac cards to give some clarity upon the motherboard for that specific sign, 151. Using our tools that we have available, the shells this morning, today, this evening, for those of you who are tuning in right now, when this video is uploaded, whenever you decide to watch. So we're going to go with Aquarius, who is intelligence and spontaneous and independent, right? And on the other hand, could be cold, emotionally detached, or extremely emotional. This is you, Aquarius, and this is what the motherboard is going to give you on a quick run. With all energy for Aquarius, be available to them for whatever it is that is going on at this present moment, or maybe things that will enlighten them and help to get those seeds going in the right direction. Okay, so we have 5 shells on the motherboard for you, Aquarius. And the first one that we're gonna go with is the one closest to me, and we see that that is relaxation. You may be in a period of time where you need to relax or find that relaxation that is going to help you, because respect is there, Aquarius, and this is about your life as we see. And then there's the serenity that you need to find inside of whatever it is when you're getting this relaxation. And then there's one shell that is in the midst of that karma, surrounded by wisdom, and that word specifically teach. So it is some things that you can use your wisdom to do. That one sees surrounded by karma with the wisdom to teach. This is your life, and the respect that you have is very much a big part of that. And we find that you're landing on relaxation and that serenity, right? So we're gonna see that the motherboard is talking to you about that, Aquarius. Pisces, this is for you, Pisces. Let's get some more space going. And then with the love. Okay. We have some things going on for you, Pisces. And definitely, life is in the midst of this for you. And this is a good thing and reflective of what it is, because we are a part of life. We are living right now. But then there's that caring side of you. And we see that is so much of the same with the respect going forward, because we want to be in that energy of what we respect about our sacral energy, right? Going off of what the chakra wheel presented to us. And then right on honor, we have a double C for that, right? And then I'm looking at learn. You have a bright perspective as far as this eagerness inside of you, right? Because there's a diamond on that with that learn, as well as that shell together, that's combining that greatness inside of you to learn. And then there's justice, right? And then there's the elevation that's going on. And then inside of that, on top of healing, there's a diamond right there. And then with inside of all of that healing, we see that you land right where you need to be at with your wisdom that will help teach. And that's because you are caring. And then we're going to give you that look, Pisces, and what it is. See that caring. And there's that in your life with the teach and the wisdom right in between there. We'll see that honor is double honor right there. And then there's a bright future for this eagerness inside of you to learn, with justice being right there. And see that elevation that you're going, and growth outside of that healing is a diamond growth for you. That's the time that you're in, Pisces. Pisces, that was you. Let's see who's next. Oh, this one's jumping out. Aries. What's going on for Aries? Wait, let me put Aries back here. I want to get these mixed up with that. Those who are coming up, this is on deck. It has been done. Enough. Okay. Aries, we see some things on the board for you that is reflective of what it is that's possibly going on in your life right now, right? Because there is some issues with karma, and there's two diamonds that are turned over. They're not shining as brightly as they should be, and that's with your charity and your in between your affirmations and your imagination. It's possible that you can be imagining yourself not being able to affirm what it is that you want for your life, because your honor is there, your kindness is there, and you offer protection, but those things with your charity and your imagination, or in what you affirming yourself with things that are going on, is kind of turned over. And that's what we'll see on the motherboard, because you got some karma to deal with right here, right? And that's on that big K. But then that diamond that should be shining with your charity is not there. And then we see in between the affirmations and imagination that you're not as bright as you should be right there. And then we have a whole bunch of devotion and braveness and sharing there, because we know that you are kind. Your kindness is there, and you have honor, and you offer protection. See, that's right on that capital P. Let's get with it, Aries. There's some things that you know that you have to work on, right? And we're going to let it be just as is. Because what we want to do on the motherboard over here in the Love Garden with Big Sister Raven, Mama Raven, is get the clarity that we need to water the seeds that will help us to grow, right? And to weed out those things that will actually hinder our seeds that are supposed to be harvested from growing, right? And then with those weeds, we're going to contain them so that they can be held in the beauty that they are supposed to be held in. That was you, Aries. Go into some more. And it's not a whodunit or what have you energy read today. This is just basic clarity on what we are already encapsulated in our lives, right? Or possibly could be hindering us from having those seeds to grow the way that they should. And Cancer is up on deck. Oh, they say that's it was a sound of rain. Oh, Cancer, there is a diamond light above your life, and you are in a revelation. Fertility, balance, wholesome is surrounding some of those seeds, because there's order in your trust. So that means that you are trustworthy, right? Because if you trust, then that's what you will receive. And right, at the edge of your caring is the beginning of your dreams, right? And that's because you have respect. And then if you have respect, that means you can give it to others. And we see that when you give things to others, that is because you will have received them, or you will. It's a give and a take thing, but we're not taking more than what we can put upon our plate, right? Because we are not going to go into our garden and ravish things and take away everything. We have to leave something behind so that something will remain there to grow. And that's what we're seeing. And I'm looking at that revelation. That elevation is fiercely, is on the end. We see that seed right underneath that elevation, but is on the tail of that fierceness. Like that fierce is the force that's going forward, and on the tail end of that seed is everything that brings you that fertility. And then we see that's right above that balance, which is right below that, above wholesome. You know, we're looking at that diamond light that's shining right there for you, Cancer. Look at it on life. It's diamond. The caring part of those dreams and that trust, that order, right, with that growth, respect, that revelation with fertility above that balance. And right there at the end of that fierceness, we see seeds coming with wholesomeness, with that balance. The motherboard speaking, right? That was you, Cancer. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing, for those new subscribers. All those who have already been subscribers, thank you for being here with us, right? Oh, Sagittarius. Sagittarius on deck. Just follow what the spirit say, and that was the most appropriate time. That lavender and that rosemary inside of that, right? Sagittarius, what is it that you want to know? Sagittarius wants clarity. Get back in here. That diamond light is off the board. That diamond light went off the board, Sagittarius. Create devotion with that fierceness on it. Oh, we're seeing so much more. Keep going all over the board. Tell me when. All right. So, Sagittarius, we had some things that jumped off of the board. The diamond light is off of the chart. And then that's what I'm looking at, right at that light. It is a very great statement. And we have a seed that was out of the zone, right, for you, Sagittarius. It's over there in the planets. Oh, that was under there. Thoughts. That was on the board. It's reflective of probably what needs to be talked about. And we got live, and that energy is vibrant, right? Because when you're thinking about stuff that are live, you know that there's motion, there's a vibration, right, Sagittarius? And then we have believe. Is that no, that is achieved right with that Kyrie, and that is a reflection of what it is in abundance, right? Because we know that at one point in time Kyries were a form of currency. Okay, and above that is the achievement with the teach word right there. We know that to teach, you have to be a teacher, and in order to teach, you have to have been taught. And then there's some charity right where that karma meets. So we're looking at good karma, because in between that love over hate, there's some serenity about that. Maybe there's some things where people are indecisive of their love over their hate for you, but you have serenity about it, because we see devotion up on the board for you, Sagittarius. You're devoted to what it is that you're doing, with what you're teaching, right? And that first word that came to light when that seed just jumped out of there was clarity. You're creating, right? And at the sense of that, we have seeds that are planted on love. We see some hearts right there. And what is right there as well, we see some musical notes, and that's right above that passion. So we know that that's what you're passionate about. You're going to get some abundance with what it is that you're teaching. That's what is going to help you achieve what it is that you need for those things that you're trying to create in life, because you are coming with a fierce force that is every bit of Sagittarius, right? Because we know we're self-assured Sagittarians. We are confident, emotional, quick. We are extravagant. We make something more than what it actually is. If it's a little, you'll turn it into a lot, basically. And on the other hand, you can be boastful or melodramatic. So we're looking at why that energy was just off of the board, way over there in the planets, right? Because of that light. And then we see that that's where things is. But on one little note, we need you to get that light right between the revelations that are fertile to you, right? Because we seeing that there's some things going on right here on the motherboard, up in the leaves, the vines, right? But which the thing which we're seeing that are going through those vines is great. So that we know that it's greatness. Let's look at it. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. See, that's great right there, going through those vines up into everything. Love will lead. Love will always lead. Okay, but we know that there's abundance. It's the Kyrie right there, and what you're achieving and teach, right? And we knew that there's life. If you are alive, you definitely have life. Respect is brightly shining. We know that there's some things that is not shining the way that it should with the revelations that could be fertile to you. But look how fierce you're coming in on. There is elevation in that, and there's 2 times that fierceness. And right where that music is, there's passion, because we see love is there. You can create. There's clarity, right? That was on the board first with the devotion that you bring, which is between that serenity you have that over whatever may be the love over hate that will be for you. You're doing great, Sagittarius. For who it is, let it be all of you. If it's not you, then you know maybe you have to stay tuned to see what it is that energy will be for you. We are not going into male or female. This is straight up human energy. People, right? That was great, Sagittarius. All right. Going forward. Oh, Scorpio just dropped on the deck. Scorpio said, I'm on the board. It just dropped out like that. I'm on the board. Scorpio said, yes, let me get some of this thing going on right here. What you want, Scorpio? Wait, let me see. Let's see what Scorpio. Ambitious, inciting. On the other hand, controlling, power hungry, and big ego. I see that's why you probably just jumped out of there, Scorpio, right? That's just all the Scorpio. So let's get into what you want to. Come on, walk like you talking, Scorpio, with that big energy. Okay. Big energy, right? Always big energy, Scorpio. Yes, this is your life. You need that guidance, or you can give that your dreams right where the edge of that you're meeting respect. On the end of that respect, you need to get that serenity, right? Ask for that. There's revelations. Oh, we're looking at fertility being something that you have abundance in. And then your health is looking bright. It's shining, right? And up in the clouds above that devotion. And adjacent to that is that honor. You're a big H on that. So that is something that is probably dear to you about being honored or honoring others, and we have growth right at the end of that, right? And then there's balance with an E, capping that off where it goes into create. So you might need to create some balance because we see the seeds of those two meeting at the ease, and is basically saying that your relaxation is not so bright at this particular time because the light on that is not showing itself. And it's possible because you have so much going on with the growth and you're doing things that are very fertile that's going to take something out of you because there's big energy. We've seen that with you jumping off on the board. And then with the word sound, always was what it was that came into how your energy is. And then your life is going into that place that you need, and you can offer some guidance, or you may be needing that particular guidance to where you can have the relaxation that you need to have, right? Well, Scorpio, as you, Scorpio, see that guidance? We know we're talking about your life and dreams going into the respect, and put a big T on there. And at the end, always your energy big, but your health is looking good. At that, we're seeing that you're up in the clouds with this devotion, but we're knowing that you have honor, and the balance is going into create. So it's time to create balance so that your relaxation will not be overturned. That is you, Scorpio. That is you. With that big energy, always, right? Like that. I don't know who it is. Somebody said, I don't want that. I don't want the motherboard. Somebody want to tell it like it is. I just heard that. Maybe it's this one. Is this not faced up? No, it's not. It's something personal, maybe. Not that one either. They say, oh no. That's what they want. That's why those cards keep coming out. But I don't know who it is. Let me see. Somebody, who is it, Most High, that want to tell it like it is? Is they in this stack? Because that's why it came up to mind. It's like, nope, don't let the motherboard. I want to get into the dirt. You're not in the dirt. You just in the sky. Wait, what is this? This one. This one. Capricorn. Okay, Cap. No, Cap is all Cap. Busting caps. Caps don't play when they say they're gonna bust some caps, huh? Let me see. What we gonna do today? Right now, Caps? Okay, I gotta get in it. Because I'm in that Capricorn. Yeah, this is us today, right? Okay, so 397, March 9th, 2023. 397 ultimately bring us to the one. I guess that's why these blank cards kept coming up. They say with the one. You know, they're dealing with entrepreneurship, stuff like that. So we dealing with Capricorn energy. On top, it's one thing to tell it like it is on the motherboard. Okay. The one. Big Mama. Let's see, tell it like it is first. Okay, tell it like it is has energy that deals with relationships, family, everything. Oh. Pay attention to what the animals are saying to you. Birds, dogs, flies, cats, ants, cows, horses, fish, any animal. Pay attention to that, Cat. Give me some energy from... Move to the rural area, out of it, Capricorn. Obedience and deliverance, compliance with an order, request, or law of submission to others' authority, to the word of the Most High. Obedience to the word of the Most High. Prepare today. Messages will be delivered. And we got deliverance. Today is the day that you shall be set free. Liberation. Lively up yourself to receive that caps. Let's get what we supposed to get. And we're getting into it, right?